Chef Craig 55's here. We're going to do an Italian dish today. Very authentic, very light tasting, and just a delicious use of shrimp. Follow me to my kitchen. So tonight we're going to use shrimp. And we're going to do a Shrimp Fra Diavolo. And Fra Diavolo means brother devil. So you know we're going to bring the heat. Traditionally, we use crushed red pepper and salt to flavor the shrimp before it gets cooked. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn our burner on. We're going to put some oil in, either avocado or olive oil. And while that's heating up, we're going to just salt them lightly. We'll toss them after we salt them. But I don't use the red pepper flakes. I use cayenne pepper. And there's a reason for that. Once you get older, and some people have a problem with seeds, it gets nice and hot, and it's very flavorful. But for your digestive tract, a lot of folks I find have a problem with seeds. So if we're just looking for heat and flavor, cayenne's my favorite. So this is a brand new cayenne pepper. Now, you're wondering, why do I have such a small container of cayenne pepper? Well, I buy all my spices small because I don't use all of them until they expire, so I would be throwing a lot away. I don't cook for the masses. I cook for my family. I cook for a small amount of people, once in a while a big picnic. So I buy small so they stay fresh. They're only $1 in the store, where you can get big containers that are $5 and $8 and $17 sometimes, and you throw most of it away. So here's a tip. If you're going to cook, buy small. So we're going to season the shrimp, and we'll just toss it around. Well, actually, we're not going to toss it around. We're going to use our hands and get dirty. Okay. Take my little tongs here. I'll make sure the oil's nice and hot. Spread that around. It's in my trusty cast iron pot. Alright, now that the pot is all heated, what we're going to do is we're going to put the shrimp in. We're going to try to keep them a single layer, and we're going to cook them. Probably about 3/4 of the way full. Done, I should say, full. Done. I must have been thirsty or something. So we got a nice hot cast iron pot with a little bit of olive oil, nicely seasoned. Only going to take a couple minutes per side, maybe 3 minutes total. Once they start getting pink, almost like a pancake, you know, that starts bubbling. But once they start getting pink, then you turn them over and cook the other side. And then what we'll do is we'll set them aside on the plate. Because I've got to cook some onions, I've got to cook some tomatoes and other things in this pot when we're done. And then we're going to add the shrimp back in. A lot of folks, and me included, for many, many years, I just cooked the sauce, I stuck the shrimp in there, and cooked the shrimp in the sauce. It's good, but not as good as this way. Alright, so we got a little more time to go. We'll just keep those cooking. Alright, while they're cooking, I might as well cut my onion up. I got an onion here, and we got to use it in the sauce. And I want it nice pieces. I don't want it too fine. I don't want it too big, because I want to taste it. So we'll get it cut away. And that's about the size I want. Alright, looks like the shrimp are ready to turn. We'll flip them over. Give them another minute or two. Oh, that looks good. Who likes shrimp? Raise your hand. Oh, that's right, I can't see your hand. But I don't know too many people that don't like shrimp. I do know people that can have shrimp. But we're going to make this Shrimp Fra Diavolo as healthy as can possibly be. There's a lot of side dishes you can have with Diavolo sauce. Pasta, salad, bread, rice, quinoa, a lot of different dishes. But we're not going to do any of the starches tonight. We're going to keep away the pasta, the gluten. We're going to just make it healthy for your body to be able to, you know, do a little better with your life. So as they're cooking, we got the onions ready to go. Yeah, smell good. You can see the steam, I bet, right? That's a hot cast iron pot. Now these are medium shrimp. You can any shrimp you want. I just find medium, you get a little bit more in the sauce. The sauce absorbs more. You get larger shrimp, you gotta do a few things to them to absorb the sauce. But we're gonna make this taste like fish, not like Italian pasta. Excuse me. This dish is gonna be light. It's gonna be lemony. It's gonna be oh so flavorful. It's not gonna be heavy. It's not going to sit in the bottom of your stomach, and you're not going to eat a lot where you just don't want to have dessert. You've got to have dessert. Okay. These shrimp are ready, and see, you jump right out of the pot. It's so ready. We're going to turn down the grill a little bit. We're going to put it on the plate. You see that shrimp jump out of there? I think, you know, that was staged, I think. All right. So we got the shrimp. We got that out of the bowl. We got it plated nice. We're going to add the onions now. And we're going to stir it around. But while they are cooking, excuse my hands, but you know, we're going to kill all the germs anyway in the pot. Going to add a little more oil. We're going to cook these down for around 10 minutes. Going to get them translucent. But while they're doing that, I'm going to take a fresh lemon. I got that shrimp all nice and warm. And guess this is a Fra Diavolo dish. Why am I squeezing lemon on a red sauce? Well, we're going to do it anyway. You know why? We're going to freshen this shrimp up. You're going to get the best flavor out of the shrimp by just squeezing a little bit of lemon on that. Let it sit. It's cooling down. It's getting happy. We're cooking the onions. Alrighty, now that the onions are translucent, we're going to start building our sauce. So we're going to take some crushed tomatoes. We're going to pour them in there. Now, traditional recipes will call for white wine now. Well, some people can't have white wine, the sugar content in a meal. So I'm very, very sensitive to that. So instead of the white wine, we're going to add a little fennel. And a little fennel, what it does is, it has a little sweetness, a little Italianness, just a little bit to the dish. Same purpose as the white wine, except we're not adding the sugar, we're just adding the fennel. We're going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning and a little more cayenne. And just a little bit of more sauce. Salt. We're going to let this cook a little bit. We're not adding a lot, because you can always add it later when we serve it. Everybody has a little different sauce. Now, it's going to cook with the onions. We don't have the liquid from the white wine, so she should thicken up pretty fast. It won't take that long. So we'll let that simmer. We'll let that simmer maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Okay. The tomatoes, the onions, the spices have been simmering for about 5 minutes. Now we're going to add the shrimp and the juices and everything that's good. And this will go for about 3-4 minutes. Everything will blend really nice. Okay, so now that's cooking. It's time to cut up some parsley. Always goes great. You could use anything you want. You know, basil's a great substitute. But I like the nice Italian parsley. We cut it up nice. Nicey. And just before we take it off the heat, we'll serve it. We don't want to serve it cold on the dish. So we want to kind of incorporate it into the dish. It gives a little more texture. Adds a little more flavor. Oh, she's sticking it up beautiful. Shrimp are getting nice and happy. Can't you smell it? Time for the parsley. Put it all in, baby. Put it all in. Now you notice I'm not in a fancy chef's kitchen. I'm in my dugout. We're underground. This is my survival dugout. And I think we're just about ready to plate. Let's give it another minute or so. Because we don't want raw shrimp. We want it perfectly cooked. We don't want it overcooked. We don't want it tough. We don't want it raw. I'll just take some time to clean up. And we, I'd say, are on the verge. All right. It's time to plate. I always forget this when I'm using cast iron. Boy, I got a few burns in my life. So we're just going to plate it in these beautiful plates here. Individual portion plates. Oh. It's a beautiful thing here. This is the dish I have on my birthday every year. This is my favorite dish of all times. And I've cooked it many ways. But by far, this is the way you want to serve it. If you're health conscious, you want it gluten-free. Okay, folks, that's my Shrimp Fra Diavolo. See you next time, and bon appetit.